Good evening, everybody. On behalf of the Gandhinagar Lodge in Chennai, I welcome you all. So let's all join together in the universal invocation. O hidden life, vibrant in every atom. O hidden light, shining in every creature. O hidden love, embracing all in oneness. May each who feels himself as one with thee know he is also one with every other. Thank you, everybody. Today we proceed to our fifth session of the Voice of Silence by our respected Shindeji. So you can begin, sir.
Thank you. Thank you. I think I am audible.
Yes, sir.
Ah. So we will begin with, before that, I must thank all of you for joining, and also a very good evening to all of you. We have been dealing with the voice of the silence, and today we are dealing with the verses from 22 to 36. All are dealing with the three halls. So it's an important topic of the voice of the silence to read about the three halls. It shows our divine spiritual journey. So before that, when we say voice of silence, this voice is a divine in nature. In the sense, we all are familiar with the terms like Shabda Brahma, Nada Brahma, Anahat sound. So, like this, we are familiar with these words. So, when we are thinking of the voice of the silence, let us note these words also. Because when we say Shabda, it is the word sound. It is produced by the tongue in a structural syllable. It forms a manifests in the form of words and conveys the exact meaning. So this is the all these are sounds produced by the friction. Nada Brahma, it is from the throat, in the sense sound box, and resonance taking the form of pre-linguistic sound. Before it goes to the tongue, pre-linguistic sound is called nada. So that nada converts into shabda with the help of the tongue. This is how, as human beings, we have our sound box. From the sound box, there the vocal cords are there, and they vibrate, resonate, and take a form of pre-linguistic sound. Then it is manifested into the word with the help of the tongue. One more sound, which is unstruck sound, and that is the rhythm of the heart. That is from the heart center, not even the rhythm of the heart. It is the heart center. Heart center is the spiritual center in the psychological or astral plane. And this source is the unstruck, and it is pure resonance and intent. So what our heart feels, that shows kind of sound, that is anahat sound. So let us remember these divine sounds, three sounds. Then we'll go, just repeat what already I have asked you to study or remember the great slayer. The great slayer is the mind. And all we are aware that tomorrow is the Vaishak full moon. So let us remind ourselves what Buddha said. Mind is a great, or rather, mind is a beautiful servant, but a dangerous master. Therefore, a voice of the silence says, mind is the great slayer of the real. Sure, it is beautiful servant, but it is also dangerous master. Don't allow it to become your master. You must control, you must become the master of that mind. Then only you can proceed in the spiritual path. Otherwise, it is a great slayer of the real. Then, second word, great master. Who is the master? The great master is the higher self. Great master is equivalent to the Avalokiteshvara, Adi Buddha. So we all are going to be a perfect Arhat, then Buddha state. A Buddha is one who is awake. So we are not yet awake to that extent. So the great master is our higher self, and we must establish our link with the higher self, who is the equivalent to Avalokiteshvara or Adi Buddha. Then what is the great law? Great law, take it as the law on the spiritual path. Becoming knower of all self is the great law. Of course, as human being, it is our birthright to know all self. So instead of little self or individual self, why not we aim at the universal self? So becoming knower of all self is our birthright, and that is the great law. As human being, we should not be ajnani. In the sense, ajnani shabd is used in voice of the silence, ignorant about this law. Otherwise, we know human life is very short. We say 100 years, but it is very short as per the divine plan. So let us be prepared to know this great law. Then one more word, great heresy. This great heresy is a great illusion. That is the separateness of soul from the universal, infinite soul, self. This is our great illusion. But we have forgotten our great soul, and we separate ourselves from that separateness of soul. We are in fact souls, and this is our great illusion. But when we try to know more and more about the soul, better I can suggest you can read The Causal Body by A.E. Powell. How nicely he has dealt with all that soul and its body. So when you know more and more about soul, we become one with it. And it is the law of higher life. So let us remember, get through this great heresy of separateness of soul. In fact, we are putting this word soul. There is no soul as such. It is all that great heresy. So we are merging our individual soul with the great universal soul. So this separateness of soul is the illusion. Then one more word is used, great bird. Why I am repeating this? Because these are the things again and again you must go through this. It is a bird of life, great bird of life. It is the bird of time and space. And it has the capacity to have a flight. So it can take a jump. So therefore it is called a bird of life. And yogi has to bestride this bird, Kalahamsa, and not get affected by the karmic influences. If you bestride Kalahamsa, and if you are under the karmic influences, then again you are caught. Then what it indicates? Bestrides the Kalahamsa, not affected by the karmic influences, means we are advised to read more and more about the law of harmony, cause and effect, law of karma is very essential. Those who are treading the spiritual path. So regarding this great bird, we have to best ride the great bird. In between past and future, we must be in the center, that is present. Then last one is a great tempter, Mara. Next time again we can think of it. Mara, on the path, Mara is a king of tempter. Why I am telling on the path? So you are bound to confrontation with this divine or demon, asura, or in Christian term, Satan, or Satan, we call it. He represents the personification of evil, that which kills, that which kills the soul, that which hinders our spiritual progress. And from esoteric point of view, this Mara is a personified tempter which can blind the mind to all reason, and thereby our evolution is hindered, our progress is hindered. Mara is also referred to as the great tester and is very necessary as a teacher of man. So we are not hating the Mara also, but we must prepare to face the Mara, whatever may be the his actions. Must prepare to face it. So today we are dealing with the three halls. Last time one slide I projected about the three halls. This is what through three halls numbered 1, 2, 3, and you will get there. There means nirvana. There means transcendental consciousness. This is just given in the form of the course of the butterfly. It starts from the caterpillar and reaches to the butterfly. So the three halls, let us know the three halls. By the verse number 22 now, we will read that. These three halls, it is a journey, but the three halls are having their own advantages. You know, here we come to the word like three halls, fourth state, seven world, rest eternal. If we read this verse, three halls, O weary pilgrim, lead to the end toils. Three halls, O conqueror of Mara, will bring thee through three states into the fourth, and thence into the seven worlds, the worlds of rest eternal. So this verse has got important four words: three halls, fourth state, seven worlds, and rest eternal. And then in 23rd it says, if thou wouldst learn their names, then hearken and remember. Says hearken is be attentive, hear attentively. Hearken, that which is listened carefully, one remembers. Otherwise he forgets. That is the nature of human being. So here, hearing and listening has got much difference. Listening is from heart, mind, and totality. That is consciousness, heart, mind, body, all together. When we listen, that is listening. Otherwise, we receive the sound waves through our ear, it goes to the consciousness, to the brain, and perception of that sound takes place. So here it says, hearken. Hearken means hear attentively and remember. And learn their names. Which are names? Names like three halls, fourth state, 7 worlds, rest eternal. So, and also 3 names: hall of learning, hall of ignorance, hall of learning, hall of wisdom. These are the names. But learn those names and what they indicate. I am insisting this because Madam Blavatsky in the book Voice of the Silence mentioned all metaphorically 3 halls which bring the neophyte to the transcendental state of mind. He himself, using his own capacities of insight and intuition. Therefore, it is a evolutionary journey of soul. This journey is from latency to potency. So potentially we are masters, but our powers are latent. So our journey is from latency to potency. Our journey is, we are caught in the psychological cage, but we are aimed at to become a sage. So our journey is from cage to sage. We are caught in our passions, but all passions must be converted into compassion. So again, our journey is from passion to compassion. And thus, our journey is from personal to impersonal, from selfishness to unselfishness. So these are the terms HPB wanted to emphasize on our ears with that sound of divine. And she says all these poetic terms are metaphorically, but you must concentrate. The literal meaning of the word toil is a net. What is this toil? End of toils, it is said. So toil is a net, a snare, a trap, a nose. Snare are employed to catch the hare or fish. In human life, like that, pains and efforts are the toils. So end of toils means pains and efforts should end. Because we must know their limited significance. We must know their role in material world. We must experience them and understand. This is our role. Then I would like to explain these halls in a different manner. Because HPB says, learn the names. First hall, second hall, third hall. So first hall is the hall of ignorance. Second hall is hall of learning. And third hall is the hall of wisdom that we all must be familiar. So the first hall is a physical. It is public. We are human being is social. So the first hall is physical, public. First hall is conscious, more outer consciousness, and waking. So if we compare like this, first hall is waking, second hall is dreaming, and third hall is deep sleep. First hall is outer consciousness, second hall is inner consciousness, and third hall is higher consciousness. In the same manner, first hall is being conscious, second hall is our subconscious, and third hall is our superconscious. Then first hall is public, second hall is private. Yeah, the ES is private, we say. We are in the learning hall. When we have joined Theosophical Society, means we are not ignorant. We are the learners. But it is private. Not much argued, but contemplate and memorize. And third hall is transcendental. So thus, the first hall is merely physical, material. Second hall is emotional. And third hall is buddhi manasa. So our jump is from the rupa to the arupa state. So this is, we can say, as the God. We are aimed at God, G-O-D, G for generator, O for operator, and D for destroyer. So what is this generator? Who generates? Our thought generates. Who operates? Our emotions, they operate. See, thought and feeling, they are twins. When the feeling joins, we cannot distinguish even. Within fraction of second, our feeling joins to the thought. So desire and feeling and thought, all they combine together. So operator is our emotional body, and destroyer is action, what we act. If you do good, then you will evolve. If you do bad, then you de-evolve. Like this, thought, emotion, and action. In this term, we must observe these three halls. Let us go to especially the three halls. I am insisting on the 4 words about the 3 halls, 4th state, 7 worlds, rest eternal. We are advised to work on it with our discipline, like study, meditation, and service. Work on it. What are 3 halls? Study it, meditate on it, and see that it becomes the power to serve others. And the rest eternal word is a consciousness when it is merged in the universal consciousness state. These are the subplanes. Actually, the rest eternal is the subplane of the Atmic plane, where Arhat begins to ascend. I am explaining these rest eternal world. And the 7 worlds are the 7 planes of being. And finally, the 4th state is the Anandamaya Kosha, or blissful state, which is beyond 3 states: Jagrut, Swapna, and Sushupti. These are the 3 states. Beyond 3 states is the Turya state, that is the 4th state. We call it as the Turya, which can be enjoyed in this human body. We can reach to this Turya state in this human body. But it is said, soul sees the 3, and in this higher self, 4th state, which can be enjoyed in the body only. But our soul sees only 3. Means our body can enjoy the 4th state, but soul sees only 3. It won't go to that Turya state. It doesn't want experience of Turya state. It is already in that state. So it is said our 4th state can be enjoyed by the body. But it is said soul sees only the 3. So 23 and 24 is again, listen, if thou wouldst learn their names, then hearken and remember. And 24th says, listen them carefully and remember 24th what it speaks. The 24th says the name of the first hall is Avidya. See, you must concentrate on this. Why it is called Avidya? Avidya, if you remove the A, what remains? Vidya. So that A is, Avidya is ignorance and Vidya is wisdom. So opposite to Vidya is Avidya. Vidya is also Gupta Vidya, wisdom of ages. So the first hall is ignorance. Ignorance, we are in this hall, we are ignorant about our own ignorance. How many of us really know that we are not body but soul? Knowing is different than having the knowledge. So again, knowing ignorance of our own ignorance. This is the hall of ignorance. Then 25th says, hall of ignorance is the phenomenal world actually. Hall of ignorance, it is the hall in which thou saw the light, in which thou lives and shall die. So in this hall of ignorance, what is our limit? So our limit is to see the light. Light is within you, and that within you is the light of whole world. And this light guides to you. Be a lamp unto yourself. This is what the Buddha taught. The same thing is said. Hall of ignorance is the phenomenal world. It is the world of senses. Therefore, it is the terrestrial consciousness. Terrestrial consciousness is that consciousness where ignorant, we are ignorant about our own ignorance. Only thing, human consciousness is awake in the sense he separates himself from the whole existence, or the existence all around, because he is self-conscious. Self-conscious is not the knowledge. It is not the true knowledge, but it is again ignorant of our ignorance. So the 26th says, but before that, I want to give some 24, 26. 1 minute, we read all these. 24th, the name of the first hall is ignorance, avidya. 25th says it is the hall in which thou sawest the light, in which you live and shall die. This is the hall of ignorance. 24 and 25 is the hall of ignorance. Then 26 is the hall of learning. The name of the hall, second, is the hall of learning. In it, thy soul will find the blossoms of life, but under every flower, a serpent coiled. So here, names are explained: ignorance, learning, wisdom, and beyond. And it says, warning also given, serpent coil is there under the flower. Flower, metaphorically said, our all joy has a hidden sorrow within. That is serpent coil. And 27th day, the name of the third hall is wisdom, beyond which stretch the shoreless waters of Akshara, the indestructible font of omniscience. So learn these words. Here, what we have to concentrate is, I would like to explain a little bit. Soul will find the blossoms of life. But warning is there. Under every flower, a serpent coiled. Flower plucked in this desire world remains in his heart as experience. And that gets locked up as desire in your heart. And desire is the cause of rebirth. Because the soul is desired it, the voice of the silence says, thus we create our own chances for tomorrow and for our next incarnation. This is the serpent coil. The serpent coil of desire. And we are very much enjoying the material beauty. All kinds of beauty we are enjoying, but desire, let me tell you, this desire remains in the heart of each aspirant, because we want to progress spiritually. That desire remains. Buddha was going along with all his disciples, 10 or 15 like this, and they were to cross the stream of water, and everybody crossed walking through that flowing water. But one monk immediately, he jumped from this shore to the other shore of the stream, and everybody is shocked why he did such action in front of the Buddha. And but all were silently walking, and one disciple asked Buddha why he is doing such kind of actions. Then Buddha replied, long back, he was a monkey. And monkey is very happy to jump from one twig to the other. And this kind of desire, enjoying the beauty of the material world, is still in his heart. And this desire made him to jump again in this stream. See how deep it is, how deep knowledge was given by the Buddha. And we must be careful. So this name of the third hall is wisdom. We must come to such kind of wisdom without such kind of taints in our heart. It is in a higher mental plane. Akshara, this word is used here. Akshara. The name of the third hall is wisdom, beyond which stretch the shoreless waters of Akshara. Akshara is the region of spiritual consciousness. And to reach this, Voice of the Silence advises for practicing moral steps, like as it is stated in Yoga Sutra, Yamaniyam, we must practice, saying that these instructions are for those ignorant of lower siddhis. Again and again, Voice of the Silence warns. And then 10 commandments or 5 precepts, all these are essential. I would like to give one more example here. Khalil Gibran says, very good, these are all realized people. Khalil Gibran writes, I slept and dreamt that life is joy. I slept and dreamt that life is joy. See, here again, our body can reach to this bliss, fourth state. I slept and dreamt that life is joy. Then I woke and I saw that life is all service. Life is all service. He reached to that. I slept and dreamt that life is joy. I awake and I saw that life is all service. So waking is instructed here. And you can, how to waking consciousness, come to that stage. Buddha is one who is awake. We are asked to study more and more detail about the sacred word Om, Shabda Brahma, Om. A is the beginning, U is continuation, and M is the end. So A is the beginning, U is the continuation, and M is the end. That means A, U, M merge into silence, and that is the fourth state. So from this hall, you must reach to the fourth state. So A is the beginning. It is a gross, waking consciousness. We call it as Jagrut. this waking consciousness of the external world through the senses. U represents the continuation. It is subtle. It is a dreaming consciousness. And M, it is a causal body. Deep sleep consciousness, sushupti, consciousness of nothingness, where there is undifferentiated bliss. So these AUM must merge into the silence. That is what the silence, voice of the silence. You must become silent. That is the fourth state, which is beyond all state. That is called Turya. And it is non-dual, pure awareness, peace, bliss. So to reach this state, we must go through right belief, to right thought, to right desire, and to right subtle energy. In the same manner, from reality to mind to stillness to the silence again, that peace that passeth understanding. These four stages, everywhere you can find this flow from belief to thought to emotion to subtle energy, from reality to mind to subtleness, and then reaching to the truth. So this learning, in it thy soul will find the blossoms of life, but under every flower is a serpent coil. And the name of the third hall is wisdom, beyond which stretch the shoreless waters of Akshara, the indestructible font of omniscience. He is everywhere. One more projection I will give you regarding, let us remember, hurricane. Hurricane means listen carefully, attentively. Hurricane. And these three halls, you project, Vimalji, that caterpillar and that one last, this one. This is very essential to contemplate on this. So this shows three halls. Hall of ignorance is the material world, hall of learning is the subtler world, and hall of wisdom is the spiritual world. Hall of ignorance is the transformation hall. Hall of learning is the aligning hall, balancing our energy. And hall of wisdom is the ascending hall. In the same manner, hall of ignorance is the hall of faith. You should have living faith. You are not allowed to be in the spiritual path without having living faith in the perfected beings. So the hall of ignorance, where faith plays an important role. Then in hall of learning, you should not become hopeless. The hope plays an important role. Entering into the hall of learning, the hope should be there. And in hall of wisdom, love plays its important role. And finally, butterfly goes to the service, love, selfless service. That is what I have indicated here. Then in 28th verse, 28, 29, 30 and 31. Last time I repeated that 30 and 31 because it speaks about the hall of wisdom. Today all talk is on the three halls. Remember this. So 28 says, if thou wouldst cross the first hall safely, what is your fate? If you would cross the first hall safely, let not your mind mistake the fires of lust that burn therein for the sunlight of life. So here again instruction is given. Don't caught in the misunderstanding of fires of lust with your sunlight of your life. So this, we are bound to caught in material beauty. Then in 29 it says, if thou wouldst cross the second safely, then stop not. Keep hope. Stop not. Don't linger. Linger with the fragrance of its stupefying blossoms to inhale. Don't stop to inhale. Like butterfly flies from one flower to the other flower. All right, you can you enjoy the fragrance, but don't stop there. Don't stop inhaling. And if you obey this instruction, if you are freed, then you would be free from the karmic chains. This is what the instruction is given in this, what to do in the second hall. If we would cross the second hall safely, still we are bound to caught in the fragrance of material world, fragrance of blossoms, and we remain inhaling. And then it says, from the karmic chain, you will be free. And once you are free from the karmic chain, then she says, seek not for thy guru in those Mayavic region. Okay, you have conquered that Mara, and now you are not stopping. You are going ahead. You are not inhaling all those fragrance. But still you have desire to meet your guru. Don't seek not for thy guru in those Mayavic region. Still this hall of learning is a Mayavic region. Don't seek it here. Prepare yourself, be fit, and it is said rightly, if you are ready, he will come to you. Then 30 and 31st days, the wise ones tarry not in pleasure grounds of senses. The wise ones heed not the sweet-tongued voices of illusion. This is what listen carefully. Hearken. He says attentively, listen attentively. Again and again I am repeating, because you must also listen again and again so that you can go with that. Don't allow your mind to mistake the fires of lust for the sunlight of life. When we are involved in material world, when we are involved in material beauty, when we are involved in the fleshy beauty, that definitely attracts and one gets entangled. You know, our political leaders are really our leaders. All celebrities are really, they are a great one. They have good, perfect qualities in them. Why we call them celebrities? Because we appreciate their qualities. And still they are entangled in the material world, in the material beauty, in the fleshy beauty. And therefore, we find the cases like Bondhu Babu, Epstein file cases, honey traps. These are all fires of lust. Money corrupts, power corrupts, fame also corrupts, and one who is treading the spiritual path. The Voice of the Silence book is only for those who are mystic and really wanted to, only for the few who want to go forward. So we must listen to this. But as a man, we do mistakes and we are caught in the fires of lust as the sunlight of our life and become involved with the things of earth. And therefore, very authentically, Voice of the Silence says, but this is all passing shows. That word it use. If one is unable to hear the small voice, the small prompting voice of his soul, that is the voice of the conscience, instinct of the gut, inner voice, the inner guidance. If he is unable to hear this small voice, then he is again caught into such fires of lust. Then 29th says, seek not for guru in those Mayavic region. HPB explains here, who is guru? The initiate who leads the disciple through the true knowledge. We are told that HPP was a initiate, and she definitely gave us the secret doctrine, Isis unveiled, voice of the silence, key to Theosophy. And HPB explains the initiate who leads the disciple. How through the knowledge he has got from the guru or master, and he can lead to the disciples in the sense he can give his knowledge directly to the spiritual realm of the disciple. In that sense, it is the second birth. It says, linking the lower self and the higher self is made possible by such initiates. And HPV made this possible to Annie Besant, to C.W. Leadbeater. Many they got inspired by this. This is the second birth, linking the lower self and the higher self. Assistance that they give is very higher order, and it is unselfish. We are definitely assisted by the masters of the wisdom in our course of Theosophy, what we are leading. But this is of very high order. We cannot recognize what kind of assistance we are getting. So Theosophy tells us when the pupil is ready, the master appears. And therefore it is said, seek not for the Guru in those Mayavik regions. Then next 32 says, seek for him who is to give the second birth in the hall of wisdom, the hall which lies beyond, wherein all shadows are unknown, and where the light of truth shines with unfading glory, lasting glory, that which is uncreate abides, said in 33. In 33, it says, then in 33 verse says, that which is uncreate abides. This is what Theosophy we teach. The whole thing 33 is very important as far as to know individuality and the higher self. Our true nature is Atma Buddhi Manasa. It is the higher tribe. And our personality consists of thought, desire, and action. So thought, desire, and action is the lower triangle. Atma Buddhi Manasa is the higher triangle. And the link between is the Antakaran. That is the bridge. And when we reach to this is very nice to observe. And having learned this of our own ajnana, this is our ajnana. We are identifying with our bodies, but not connecting to the soul. So here the word is used. Uncreate abides. In the 33, it is said, uncreate abides. What this uncreate abides in thee, disciple, as it abides in that hall. If thou would reach it and blend the two, thou must divest thyself of the dark garments of illusion. Stipple the voice of flesh. Allow no image of the senses to get between its light and thine. That thus the twin may blend in one, and having learned thine own ajnana here ignorance, flee from the hall of learning. This hall is dangerous in its perfidious beauty. You know, this word perfidious beauty, I went to Google and found the meaning. Perfidious beauty is the faithless beauty, beauty that betrays, beauty that promises truth, but the beauty that unites ideal but delivers bondage of separateness. So be aware of Lanu. That is what it says. Perfidious beauty is needed, but for thy probation. This beauty which betrays, some people betray you. So that is a lesson. Some people promises, but they break the promise. That's all needed, but for thy probation. It is glamorous. Precious beauty is a glamorous beauty. Be aware, Lanu. Lanu means here disciple or brother. Dazzled by elusive radiance, thy soul should linger and be caught in its deceptive light. This is what the 33. This is what again and again in Theosophy we teach in different manner. Then 34. This light shines from the jewel of the great ensnare. Again, next time we more think about this great ensnare, Mara. The senses it witches blinds the mind and leaves the unwary and abandoned wreck. 35 says, like the moth attracts to the dazzling flame of thy night lamp, is doomed to open Paris in the viscid oil. The unwary soul that fails to grapple with the mocking demon of illusion will return to earth the slave of Mara. So this evil king, he is always there. He don't allow us to climb the steps of a ladder higher and higher. He brings us back to the illusory world. So 36 says, behold the host of souls, watch how they hover over the stormy sea of human life, and how exhausted, bleeding, broken winged, they drop one after another on the swelling waves, tossed by the fierce winds, chased by the gale. They drift into the eddies and disappear within the first great vortex. This is our soul. It is taking birth after birth, and it is caught in this. Then even in the a wise man knows that a hot flames can burn without putting his hand into it. But only a fool must make this test. So even child, we have learned many things, and we know the danger of the fire. So we don't put our fingers in the fire. The law of karma that brings to men to experience that they have given to others. See again, what the Rava in Ramayana epic, what Ravan did wrong, kidnapping Sita, that is a lesson to the whole humanity. Betraying, that must be stopped. And that came to the humanity in human consciousness is one. So whatever wrong he has done, that is installed into the human consciousness. So is this benefactor and ultimate liberator not an instrument of punishment as many believe? Those who commit violent and thoughtless deeds need a violent kind of experience. Then through karmic effects get suffered, then they will begin to reform themselves. Therefore, we must thank to the law of karma, which is always educative, always helpful, and not punishing. So this is what I want to tell today. And the last slide, understanding this. Okay, this celebrate your life love more, hope more, live more, be joyful more. Life feels more meaningful when you start to appreciate your blessings. So the question Caterpillar asked, you have changed a lot. What did you take? They are drinking. What kind of juice you have taken? You have changed a lot. And the butterfly replies, decision. So right decision is very important on this human journey. And the last one is, have I given you the one more slide? Butterfly slide, I think. This one. Very nice. See, this understanding things changes everything. Here again, those caterpillar is there, pupal stage is there, and butterfly is flying. So a caterpillar does not need a miracle to become a butterfly. It needs a process. Don't avoid your process. So what that process? Process is journey from these three halls, and these three halls from latency to potency, from cage to sage. So this is what I would like to tell today. And the last you can have, you can write on the what is the silver thread, how do you go about acquiring true knowledge, what is the significance of the three halls. You can write upon this as much as you want to write, because three halls make you free from the all kinds of toils. So this is what I want to convey today. I think still 10 minutes are there. If anybody wants to ask, can ask, or we can discuss, add more also. Three halls.
Thank you, sir. It was really very nice. Lot of interesting things you shared, sir, today. And if anybody wants to ask any questions, most welcome. You can unmute and ask your question.
I go speedily because so many verses are there and same thing is there, some little explanation. But I can suggest you can read the commentary of Rohit Mehta, even so many are there. In the beginning, I told you can go and read. But I insist more to think personally, contemplate yours, and relate those verses to your own life. And that gives you more meaning. Yes, if anybody wants to ask.
Don't think anybody's asking any questions because it is a lot to absorb. I think
Yes,
you like you said, sir, we have to contemplate on it and see how it applies to our life. Like for example, there is a lot of warning for the hall of learning. Means
yes.
we are all in that hall because we are all at least we have moved away from materialism to learning. But even in that hall, there is so much of danger. So what is the danger? For each person, the danger is different, I guess. For some people, they may feel just the knowledge is enough and then they are progressing. But the fact is, they are not progressing just with the knowledge. They are progressing only if their inner self has purified and there is some connection with the higher self. So that process also has to begin.
We are in the ground of consciousness, and uh, that ground of consciousness, the outer world is the world of senses: sight, hearing, smell, taste, touch. And ordinary consciousness relates mind with these senses.
Mm.
Usually, ordinary consciousness relates mind with these senses. What senses bringing impulses on which it acts.
Yeah.
But in the hall of learning, consciousness relates itself to the higher one. Here, mind becomes alert, awake,
Hmm.
and it always connects itself to the higher. We are told in any situation of our daily life, we must think what masters may think upon this problem.
Hmm.
And if we focus our attention on those ideal people, what they may think, what Mahatma Gandhi can think looking at the war today, like this, then certain uh, flash will come to us and it makes much sense. We were doing this brainstorm warming in yesterday to decide the theme, and we came to this conclusion. It is a new dawn. Actually, we come to the new dawn to
Oh,
bring
nice.
harmony in the changing world. That
Yeah.
is, these words, we did very good exercise. We gave everybody, our team was worked to give words, and all words we got about 30 or 40 themes. Then we together started rejecting, and
Okay.
from 30 we came only to the 7. So many
Okay.
we rejected, and from the 7 we selected only words, and we
Nice.
came to about 2 or 3, and from
Okay.
that words we constructed the appropriate words for the current situation, and
Okay.
it
Nice.
make a sense. Very very
So
nice exercise.
those the people who are wondering what sir is talking about, this is the theme of the next international convention. He is
Yeah,
talking
yeah.
about a meeting in which they are deciding the theme of the next international convention. So the sir is saying the way, the process they used to find the theme. So they have found the theme as New Dawn. Nice, very nice.
New dawn, we selected the word first, then changing world. In changing world, then what should be brought in the in between? So
Uh,
new dawn towards harmony in changing world. Like this, we
nice,
somehow we make sense.
nice. I guess it's a theme which gives you hope
Yeah, yeah.
because yeah,
Even Vimalji, it is giving scope. Anybody can give talk. Like new dawn, one talk. Yeah, towards harmony, other talk. Changing world, another one talk. So many scope is there to have different talks on the theme.
nice. Sir. Thank you,
You know,
sir.
this is
Thank
the
you.
process. How much do we must go from the one hall to the second hall to the third hall?
Nice. Sir. Thanks a lot, sir. I think we're all really grateful for this beautiful analysis, detailed explanation, and we're looking forward to each Thursday becoming more and more interesting. So, thank you very much. And with this, and with grateful thanks to all those brothers and sisters who joined and encouraging all each other in this difficult study, let's all join together in the closing prayer. ॐ असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मा अमृतं गमय सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः सर्वे सन्तु निरामया सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत् ॐ शान्ति 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 Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.